Hello, class. As I told you, I wouldn't be at school today. So we're going to go ahead and go over that homework. And after we finish going over the homework, then we'll have a practice assessment to get you ready for your tests on Monday. So I will be going in and out of the screen and pausing. So right now, what I need you to do is to take out your homework. And if you could write down anyone who does not have their homework assignment with them and leave their name so that I can do their reflection when I return on Monday. Pay students will be leaving at 9 a.m. I'm sorry. Pace teacher's going to pick them up at 9, and she would talk to them about this video in her class because I just finished meeting with her. So go ahead and pause while we get our things together. You can check attendance, and Pace can get ready to leave. Okay. So this is your homework page on the front. So the lighting is a little bit different, but just use your book and you can follow through, and I'll let you know what numbers I'm working on. So you should be able to keep up with me that way, even if you are having trouble looking. So your first problem was 23 divided into 71 and 3/10. And the answer that you should have came up with for working this problem was 23 will go into 71 how many times? Okay, 3. 3 times 23 is 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. The difference of 71 and 69 is 2. Bring down our 3. 23 will go into 23 one time, and that will leave you with the remainder of 0. So for the rest of the problems across the top, I'm just going to fill in the answers for you to check, and then I'll do a few more on the bottom. So problem 2, you should have gotten 2 and 4/10. 80 will go into 192 2 times with 160. The difference is 32. Bring down to 0. 80 will go into 324 times evenly. 320 remain to 0. Your next problem, number 3, 42 will go into 239 5 times. 5 times 42 is 210. The difference is 29. Bring down your 4. 42 will go into 294 7 times. 7 times 42 is an even 294, and the difference is 0. When you get to problem number 4, let me see if I can adjust that lighting for you. You're still not going to be able to see that. 18 will go into 40 2 times. 2 times 18 is 36. The difference is 4. Bring down to 5. 18 go into 45 2. 2 times 18 is 36. The difference is 9. Bring down 0. 18 will go into 90 5 times evenly. 5 times 18 is 90. So look back at the steps to see if you made any mistakes on that, and do not make the same mistakes on Monday. So we're going to look at the bottom portions. I'll fill in the answers for you to check. Okay. So number 5, you have the answer here, 3 and 8/10. 6 was 0 and 86 hundredths. 7, you had to add in that extra space because you had a remainder left over. So once you add that extra space with the decimal, you ended up with 6 and 4/10. The same thing here, you had to add that extra space because you had a remainder over, and you remember you don't stop until you have no remainder or you work to the hundredths place. So your answer was 5 and 72 hundredths. On 9, it was 3 and 2/10, 6 and 4/10, 5 and 3 hundredths, and 15 hundredths. So if you have any questions on any of these that you got incorrect, you can check with a partner and see what it is that you did wrong, or you can see that maybe it's because you put your decimal place in the wrong spot. So check that, and we'll go ahead and move over to the back page. Homework problem solving page 13 was your financial literacy. Can you see that one? No, now you can. So for financial literacy, it was trying to see how much money did he save after he gave money to his spent some money and gave money to his brother. So you would take what he spent, what he gave his brother, add it together, you get $8.33, and he started with $10. So it's $10 minus $8.33. He saved $1.67. That's just your adding and subtracting decimals lesson again. On 14, you can't see it because of the lighting, but the best way to estimate the quotient is to use compatible numbers. So we talked about the rounding in the compatible numbers and which one worked best. And for this one, it is the compatible numbers. And we talked about it because compatible numbers get you closer to the exact. On 15, you was justifying. Here's another chart. You know, we love to use the charts. Which one of these was the best? Because you was trying to find the one that was the least per pound, and it was brand A. The reason, because if you did the actual work, and I estimated 39 was 40, $29, I just made it $30, and it ended up being about 75 cents each. So let's put about, because that wasn't the actual price. And this was the actual price. And then I divided it out, it was 75 cents. Brand B, when I divided it out, it was $1.11 per pound. So the best choice is brand A. And this is real world, because this is what we do in the store when we're figuring out what's the better deal between brands at the store. Okay. Expand your thinking. 925 grams was the answer for that one. For the sake of time, I'm just going to go through and give you the answers for these. This one, you had to find the equation. I know many of you wanted to solve it. It did not ask you to solve. It said write an equation to show how you would solve it. So you could have used multiplication, which would have been 27 times the unknown variable and the total price, or the total price divided by part of the information you know and trying to figure out the unknown. Remember, read the question, answer what the question asks. It asks for the equation, not to solve for n. 18, it was no, the answer. And on 19, this should take you back to your Thanksgiving shopping lesson, because this is what I was talking about adding it up and dividing it by the guests. So here you had the items over here you were shopping for and the sales tax. When you add all of that together, you should have gotten $96.24. And it told you the payments were 12 equal payments. So you take your total, you divide it by 12, and it tells you what one payment would be, or each payment would be $8.02. And this was just a mental math, subtracting using decimals. So the answer was 486. So that's your homework. Now we're going to move into practicing for the assessment, the topic. Okay, so you're going to need paper, not your math journals. You're going to need some loose leaf paper so that you're able to work these problems out and practice before you take your test. And while you're practicing it, I'm going to give you time to work the problem, and then I will come back on and show you how to solve the problem using the strategies that we have learned throughout this week. So here's your first problem.
Jennifer and her friend are going to a craft fair. Jennifer has $15.20. About how many pairs of earrings can she buy at the fair if each pair costs $4.70?
Okay, pause it and allow the students time to work their strategies. All right, Jennifer had $15.20. We're talking about estimating about. And it said each pair was $4.70. So we wrote it down. And we're doing estimation. So we're going to use our compatible numbers. 470 is 5. We would use 15 is divided. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So your answer is C, 3. Next one.
A fruit stand charges $16.75 for 5 pounds of pears. Sierra says the cost is $4.35 per pound. Is that calculation reasonable?
Take a minute and figure out which answer choice is correct to see if she is reasonable. 1675 divided by 5 pounds. We're trying to find out if this statement that she made per pound is the answer we get. So you can write it out in division and work it out, or we can just check her answer. Times 5, 25, 5, 3, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that reasonable? Does that match? No, it does not. So we know the answer is no, but we do not know what is the correct answer. So now we need to work the division. 5 going to 16, 3 times. 3 down to 7. 5 going to 17, 3 times. The difference is 2. 3 down to 5. 5 going to 25. 5, 25. Place value for the decimal, go up. So we know that our answers are no. We're looking for the one that has 335. So the correct answer is no, she is not reasonable, and it's because the answer is 3.35. Next question.
A path is 288 3/10 feet long. Jamie wants to walk the length of the path, taking 100 equal steps. How long should each step be?
Remember your strategies for dividing by 100. You have to move the decimal place in a certain direction, certain spaces. Go ahead and pause the video while they write down their answer. The path she walked, 288 3/10. It was 100 equal steps. We have the 2 zeros. Move it to 2 place values. 1, 2. The new number. 2 and 883 thousandths. Which one matches? B. So you should have had that answer. Remember to work out your strategies. Just move your decimal place when you're dividing by 10 one time, and when you're dividing by 100, you're going to move it to the left 2 times.
Which equation provides the best estimate for 35 78/100ths divided by 12 31/100ths?
Just trying to solve it for the best estimate. Best estimate. Go ahead and pause. Make your answer choice. Using our compatible numbers, we'll leave this, round that to 12. 12 using our factor chart. If we went over on 12, the factor or the multiple of 12 we'll get closest to is 36. So 36 divided by 12 is 3. Answer choice D. Number 5.
Shirley bought 20 8/10 pounds of birdseed at a bargain store. She wants to fill her feeder 100 times with an equal amount. How much seed should she put in the feeder each time?
Pause. 20 8/10 divided by 100. We have the 2 zeros, the 2 spaces move over 2. Your new number is 208 thousandths. Which one matches? B.
The height of a stack of 5 identical soup cans is shown below. How tall is each can?
Okay, go ahead and practice that one. We have groups of 49, and we have a total of 49 for the total stack, and we're going to put them in groups of 5. So you can set it up for division, or you can multiply all of these by 5 if you're not comfortable with division.